You might have heard that Canary Wharf's HSBC Tower is due to undergo a refurb. Plans revealed last week show how the tower will be dramatically altered, from its current clean, sleek corporate appearance to something completely different. But this isn't just another building reconstruction. Not only is this an enormous undertaking, a 1.1 million square foot 45-storey skyscraper in one of the busiest parts of London, this project is also era-defining. Since the COVID pandemic 4 years ago, a new era of flexible working has been ushered in. Since then, cities worldwide have been thinking about what to do with rapidly increasing amounts of empty office space which are hollowing out central business districts. With these proposals for HSBC Tower, London might become one of the first cities to come up with an answer. HSBC Tower, or 8 Canada Square, was one of the original 3 tall buildings at Canary Wharf. It was built to serve as one of HSBC's global headquarters. Over 8,000 people worked here, up to 200 metres above Canary Wharf. Upon completion in 2002, this was the UK's second tallest building, after 1 Canada Square. It's hard to capture the excitement surrounding Canary Wharf at the time. London's newest office district was still in its infancy at that stage, but it was producing some of the UK's tallest and most impressive new buildings. It was also seen as a bit futuristic and totally alien to most of what urban Britain looked like in the early 2000s. Demand for office space in London was so high that Canary Wharf, with its abundance of cheaper post-industrial land, became an attractive option for many of London's rapidly expanding companies. The arrival of the Jubilee line in 1999 helped secure its future as London's second financial district. But roll forward to present day and things have changed. The COVID-19 pandemic changed the world in ways we probably won't fully understand for another few decades. One thing that has grabbed a lot of attention is a seismic shift within workplaces. The pandemic highlighted that many jobs, mostly those based in offices, could be done just as well remotely. But this posed a major threat to cities. They rely on office workers to provide daytime trade to city centre businesses. Without these, there were concerns that cities would begin to hollow out. In June 2023, HSBC caused panic for Canary Wharf when they confirmed that due to hybrid working, they would be leaving their purpose-built headquarters and relocating to an office half the size in the city. This would leave a great big empty office tower on Canary Wharf's skyline, something the estate owners wanted to avoid, and a painful contrast to the early 2000s when the area was booming. Canary Wharf was designed to be a business district and not a lot else. Until recently, everything there was built to serve people who worked in offices. There were few homes and little reason to stick around after work hours. This fragile ecosystem was exposed when the pandemic removed these office workers in 2020, representing an existential threat for Canary Wharf. But while some evidence now suggests that hybrid working rather than full-time work from home is becoming the long-term norm, that's only half the battle. With climate change rising up the agenda, big companies are facing heavy scrutiny over their carbon emissions, and traditional office buildings built before more recent times generate a lot of emissions. To attract companies, owners of office buildings are having to upgrade their green credentials. Additionally, worker demands have changed. If people are going to be tempted away from working in their comfortable homes, they need an office which is pleasant and fun to be in. People want to work in a homely environment, so office buildings need to become more homely in order to attract them. Enter architecture practice KPF's proposal to modernise 8 Canada Square, making it more attractive for companies and their workers and ensuring it remains a symbol of Canary Wharf's ongoing strength. KPF's proposal won in an international architecture competition, beating off 15 runner-ups. Their plans are where the residential and commercial property worlds meet. They recognise that work now needs to feel more like home, and so the tower will be transformed into a unique destination with workplaces, leisure, entertainment, education and cultural attractions, according to the developer. The word destination here is key. The developers are recognising that our place of work now has to be somewhere we choose to go. The days of it being somewhere we are forced to go are over. And so 8 Canada Square's owners plan to turn the building into an exciting new vertical neighbourhood, with entertainment and amenities on tap in a bid to create something better than working from home, somewhere worth the commute. Although some floors of the office block will be kept as workspace, the rest will be mixed use. There'll be apartments, shops and restaurants, sports facilities, a hotel and new sky gardens with viewing platforms open to the public, which will offer sweeping views across London. The architect hopes the building will be seen as a blueprint for the highly sustainable, mixed-use building of the future. The idea of mixed use has been an integral part of modern city planning since Jane Jacobs first advocated for it in the 1960s, but 8 Canada Square might become London's first truly mixed-use vertical neighbourhood. This redevelopment is symbolic of a transformation happening across Canary Wharf. Developers are trying to reshape its image and turn it into something more than just a hub for banks, accountants, and law firms. Thousands of new homes have been built, dozens more parks and green spaces are being added, and a new life sciences hub hopes to introduce a new business sector to thrive in the area. London's other major business district, the West End, is a model of mixed-use urban grain. Built long before Jacobs repopularised mixed-use planning, it manages to remain vibrant and busy at all times of the week by offering lots of different things. Contrast with Canary Wharf, which was often criticised as being empty and sterile, particularly on weekends. By mixing up all these uses, the area hopes to attract more people than just office workers, especially as their numbers have dwindled. The building's sustainability credentials will also be upgraded to help potential occupiers fulfill their climate objectives. A new entrance to the Elizabeth Line station will also be created. 8 Canada Square provides a very visual metaphor for the wider Canary Wharf vision, a transition from a single-use district to a vibrant, modern, green and homely part of the city with something for everyone. The overhaul will start when HSBC leaves in 2027 and will take 3 years to complete. It could be a glimpse into the future of all of our cities. With office demands changing, the era of single-use commercial skyscrapers could be coming to an end. Cities around the world are clambering to find creative ways to transform these spaces to avoid their business districts spiralling into decline. Canary Wharf and 8 Canada Square are London's pitch to a rapidly changing world. Thanks for watching. I saw this in the news and I knew I had to do a video about it. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a little more rushed than my previous 2 videos, but I hope it turned out okay. If you liked, please consider watching some of my other videos or like and subscribe. Oh, and let me know in the comments what your ideas would be for reusing London's office blocks. I quite like the idea of an indoor theme park. I know they tried that with Battersea Power Station in the 1980s and it didn't work out. Probably not realistic, but yeah, I'm interested to hear your ideas. How would you reuse all these office blocks? Let me know. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.